Exclusive now. Sources are telling CNBC-TV18 that Torrent Pharma is likely in the race to buy promoter stake in Cipla. This is some information that Ekta is picking up, and she joins us now with the details. Ekta.
Thanks for that. Well, yes, we are picking up from our sources at this point in time that Torrent, in fact, has thrown its hat in the ring when it comes to the race to buy the Cipla promoter stake. Now, the company, however, may need investor support for the stake buy because of the size of Cipla and the deal, which could probably result in to be bigger if in case there is an open offer. Now, because of that, the company could be looking at options such as forming a consortium with PE players. Separately, we do have PE players such as Blackstone as well as Barings PE Asia, which are still in the race and have shown interest for Cipla. We do understand due diligence is ongoing and that maybe there could be an aim for the parties interested to probably flush out a deal in the next 1 month odd. Now, remember that we had reported a deal. We had reported that Cipla promoters are likely to sell stake to PEs. We are currently awaiting an official comment from Torrent Pharma. Now, the interesting aspect to look at also is what exactly would Cipla bring to the table for Torrent Pharma and whether or not Torrent Pharma does have the bandwidth to even afford such a large deal. Now, remember that Cipla is a good fit for Torrent Pharma when it comes to certain segments such as the India business, where Torrent has a very significant presence. They get 52% of their sales coming in from India. Cipla has around over 45% of sales coming in from India. Torrent is ranked 6th in the Indian business. We have Cipla, which is ranked 3rd in the Indian business. So it would definitely make sense for Torrent to actually increase its presence in India via something like a Cipla's India business. However, remember that Cipla's India business is 2 times the size of Torrent's business, and hence it would be a large acquisition for them to take on board. However, important to remember that Torrent has been successful in terms of acquisitions in the past. They did acquire Elder Pharma's domestic business in 2013. They acquired Unichem's domestic business in 2017. They acquired Curatio Healthcare in 2022. So they have been very active within that space, but the acquisition size has been significantly smaller. Additionally, this particular acquisition or Torrent, if in case it is interested in Cipla and it does go through, they would also get access to the US business. Remember that the US business for Torrent is extremely small. In the previous quarter, they did around $37 million of sales. Cipla did $200 million of sales in 1 quarter. So the size difference when it comes to the US business is significant. And both these companies are facing regulatory issues. However, it would give a larger generic business focus to Torrent if in case they are interested in the US piece of Cipla. Lastly, it would probably be margin dilutive considering that Torrent has been doing margins of around 30-odd%. Cipla's margins are lower. So whether or not it would make sense and whether or not they would be able to even tie up funds, considering that they do have debt on their books at this point in time, that is Torrent Pharma, and they would probably have to take on a large amount of debt in order to probably fund such an acquisition. So it will be one will have to wait and watch whether or not the contours of such a deal make sense. But we do understand as of now that yes, Torrent is interested.
Okay, got that. So that is, Cipla in focus with Torrent also entering the fray. Thank you for that, Ekta.